Been on vacation, so I've been watching these paternity shows, and I saw one that was sad. You're like, why am I talking to you guys about this? But this stuff is real life. It's reality. It's real life. Happens every day with fathers and their daughters, and I've seen it myself in my own life. Not with my own father, but I've seen it. And these fathers are ridiculous. They're ridiculous in their claims. They fool themselves. They lie to themselves. They lie to their kids. They lie to their families. And all they do is hurt people. They hurt people with their lies. They hurt people how they treat. They try to justify, and there's no justification. But this is how bad this situation is. This person who was doing a paternity suit to find out if he's the father of his 20-year-old daughter 20 years later, right? And he's using his excuse because he avoided his daughter for the most part because he claimed she wasn't his. Now, he never tried to find out if it was his or not. But this is what he's saying during this show, that he, and like I said, I've seen similar stuff happen, but he just claims it ain't his daughter. He don't have a responsibility towards her, and this is why he's not really in his life. But I wonder, as I'm watching him, like, do you really believe that? Or is that what you want it to be? Or that's what you, the excuse you made for yourself for not being in her life? So anyway, turns out, through the paternity test, DNA test, I hope I say it right, that he was the father, right? So as the father, he missed out on 20 years of her life. Not completely, he was in and out. Not sure why he was in and out, but he just didn't fully commit. He claims he did, but he didn't. Because as the daughter, 20-year-old daughter, came on stand, she explained in what capacity he was in her life. And he was only in there a handful of times, and often he lied. Often he wouldn't show up at all, or he'd say he sent her a gift, and he wouldn't send her, a gift. He did those kind of things. So she basically moved on. She's angry. She's tearful. But her mother remarried. The guy who her mother married is her father. He's the one that raised her. That's her family. And they're a close-knit family. But this guy is sitting there on the stand crying, talking about, they lied to me. If they just told me the truth, if they just did this, did that. He's making all these excuses why he wasn't in her life, why he didn't try or take responsibility in his life. But he didn't take responsibility for himself. Never did he take responsibility for his actions, why he didn't do. And what I found interesting was that this 20-year-old wasn't buying it. She didn't care. She told him, we done. I moved on. And she did move on. But this guy is sitting there trying to cry about it. He's got his head down, and I thought it was pathetic. It's like, it's acting. You're just acting. If you really cared as much as he's pretending to care at that moment, he would have been involved in her life. He would have found out if he was her father or not, but he would have been really involved. He's talking about, we can start over. I just need a chance. We can start over. Fucking words. They don't mean a fucking thing when people talk that words. What meant something was when she was a child, were you a part of her life then? And he wasn't. Could she rely on you? No. You made excuses. You did your thing. You wanted to live the single life. Now you're older. Maybe you have a little bit of regret and you want to be a part of her life. Well, you're too late. She don't need you. She don't want you. She has an established family. She's moved on, and she sees the character and the lack of love that you have. She don't need that in her life. She's smart to move on without you. So that's all I got to say on it.